3, 2, 1. Let's go. Okay, we're back again with another condensed Go game, and today we have a new setup. Look at this fancy little microphone. Not bad, eh? How's it sound? Delicious. A little Go game ASMR. Anyway, let's dive right into it, shall we? Pull out of the radio voice. We got 10k up against 7k, and this is a pretty quick match because the first battle will decide this game. I'm playing as black. I got the first move. I took the upper right-hand corner. And white is 7k, so stronger opponent. Keep that in mind when this guy whoops my butt. Anyway, let's dive right in. Each take a corner. I like that opposite corner play to start. Nothing too wild to start. White's getting aggressive there on my lower left-hand corner, and I say, that's fine. Honestly, that looks pretty good at this point. No big deal. We shore that up there a little bit. And just look right here. So we're, whatever, like 20 moves in. Looks pretty good. Honestly, not looking too bad at all. I'd say we got this left-hand corner. Whoa, a little wild with the mouse there. We got the little group there. Got some nice shape happening. And we got this one up here. Also, not too bad in terms of shape. So, we shall forge ahead. I jump in here, which I don't mind at this point because, like I said, this looks, I mean, it doesn't look as safe now, but there's a lot of space out here. I'd like to take some of that. I don't want white taking up this whole left-hand side of the board, right? And then all of a sudden you got a huge white group taking up like a third of the board. You don't want that. So I jumped into the middle, but then he continued to focus on my lower left-hand group and put the pressure on, but that might bite me in the end. But then I have to sort of salvage my one stone there, give that some help. And now we're into the battle. This is where it kind of starts to take shape, and the winners and losers are made. So again, we got a group here, lots of space to run out, we got some shape, no problem. Group down here, a little bit of trouble. Maybe we can connect underneath. We should be able to get a couple eyes in there, you know, somewhere. And now we have this group here, which doesn't look great, quite frankly. Let's see how it plays out. He cuts me, gives me a little split. I say, okay, it's fine. I'm going to sacrifice this stone right here. Don't really care, but I'm going to do that in order to make this into some shape. And then potentially connect over to this group here, right? And then we have a nice little, this might all turn into one big group, which would be fantastic. But white says, no way, Jose. Jumps in. He's going to cut off one of those points. I kind of left that exposed. But I think, hey, maybe I can kill this one stone, fight him off. He puts me into Atari, puts me into Atari again, puts me into Atari again. So that's 3 Ataris in a row. And now we're looking a little bit disjointed in here, right? We got a bit of a pinwheel. There's like the center point. I got these two coming off this way. I got this one going this way all by itself. I got this group of like 7 stones coming out this way, and I got these 2 going this way, and none of these are connected. They're all going different directions. He's done a good job of splitting me, and not to say that he's in great shape either, because he's got these 4 that are in trouble. He's got 1 here that's in trouble. These 2 may be in trouble, although realistically he's going to kill this stone off, and this will probably be safe, and he'll probably link up, right? His overall territory will be something like that. But he definitely split me and put me into a bit of a pinwheel, and so I have a couple groups all on the run now for their lives. But even then, I don't think it looks too bad, right? He keeps putting the pressure on, though. I will say that. He's good at putting the pressure on. Putting him into Atari there to back him off. That was a nice play. So now it looks like this is going to be able to connect, right? We got this group here. It's sort of connected up here. And he can't jump in here, and he can't jump in here. So that's looking okay. And in doing so, maybe we're putting the pressure on these white groups. To be determined. White, still aggressive. Goes for the split. Jumps right in between the middle. That move of mine, I don't know if I love that. I think I maybe should have went down one. But anyway, he connects up. Nothing you can do now. So now this middle group is almost surrounded, right? It has to run out. It's got to run out. And ideally, connect up to these 2 down here. So my shape that was okay, it used to be bigger, and it's now been split right through here, right? But it'd be nice if I can jump down and connect all that stuff up. But that's what he's trying to not let me do. So there you see, on the run, running a couple ways. Yeah, and he's just putting the pressure on me, splitting myself, and just keeping the pressure on. Now he caps my group. Oh man, so now let's just take another snapshot here. We're about 65 moves in, give or take. There's been like no action at the upper chunk of the board. Right-hand side of the board's literally wide open, and we are still battling. Whoever wins this fight is going to win the game, right? We're to be this far into the game and just be fighting right now. If you lose, you're toast because you've wasted so many moves. So it's going to decide a winner early. So we got this one, probably dead, right? We got these two, maybe dead. These two, maybe dead. This group here, it's going to be able to connect at least to this group, but that's, you know, looking like it's in trouble now. Maybe we get an eye in here, but he can cut that off pretty quick by just playing there at D6 to sort of force that cutting move and get me to link up. And then if he does that, then this group is pretty much boxed in now. I can kind of go here and try and sneak up this way, but realistically, it doesn't look great unless I can maybe pressure this group here somehow, sneak around or something, but... Or maybe I can pressure this group, right? This group here only has 1, 2, 3, 4 liberties. Not great. And definitely some cutting points. So I can start to put some pressure on that group if it works out. But might be in trouble. So there we go. First cut. Down this group of white is now down to 3 liberties. I like that. Okay, he recognizes that instantly and links up with his other group here. So now that group has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 liberties, looking pretty good. And meanwhile, my group here, 1, 2, I won't call that a liberty because I'll have to play there to connect that. 3, 4, 5. So he's ahead of me on liberties. Not good. 6 to 5, that means he has the advantage. But now I'm going to threaten to cut him off. I can still put the pressure on. He says no. Sort of a last-ditch effort there to put that single stone into Atari. And this is where we're going into desperation mode. We're 70 moves in. I'm saying, hey, maybe I can kill off these 3. You know, desperate times call for desperate measures. I don't know if I love that move. I don't know why I could have just put this guy into Atari. Anyway, I guess I wouldn't have worked, right? I could play here, but then he's going to play here, and then I got to go play here. And then he plays here, and then this whole group is toast. So that was worth abandoning because nothing is going to happen. But I like this. I put him into Atari and say, hey, with my next move, I'm going to force you this way, and then I'm going to play probably something like here. Get a tiger's mouth at J6, and that gives me just the opportunity to come out. But I didn't do that. I ignored it. That was my downfall right there. We'll see this play out. I tried to save these 2 stones for some reason, and maybe it's kind of what I was talking about before. Maybe it's pressuring these, this little white group, because then he's got 1, 2, 3, 4 liberties, and he's kind of boxed in right now. If I can wrap around to the right-hand side, I can kill that group off, and all of a sudden this is all safe. But by playing there and ignoring this cutting point down here at J6, like I said, I probably should have played here at J7, just for a little bit more life, extend that, you know, the lifeline for that, extend a lifeline for that group. I didn't do that and played up and to save those 2. Whoops. But then white attacks my black stones, sure, put them into Atari. He ignores that Atari. This is where he recognized, hey, this is an important point right here. I'm going to play there. And now I'm effectively toast at this point. And we'll see this play out. My next move, I put him into Atari. He ignores it. I have to come in and take that group there, right? Puts me in. I link up. But now I'm 2 points away. I got 2 liberties. He uses 1. I'm toast at this point and resigned the game. Because at that point, there's no coming back. This is all white. I shouldn't say that. This is all white. He's probably going to make that jump. That's a huge piece of territory. He's got everything in the middle. That's all dead. So there's no coming back from that. I'm pretty much toast. So there was no point in continuing that game. I got schooled. And it really came down to this point here. I don't know, when did it start to go south, right? Like, It wasn't... This is where I probably should have focused more on saving my group down here and keeping this together. Like if I could have went underneath and just, not worry about that one stone and just play a little bit more conservatively to save my group and without putting it into trouble, without putting it at risk. Because then as soon as I jump up here, this is where the battle starts to happen, and he cuts me a couple times up here, and then I'm on the run, and then I think there was an opportunity to at least maybe save myself. I don't know if I probably still would have lost the game, quite frankly, because I was on the defensive with this battle. Kind of on the run constantly. He's splitting me, and I'm just running, trying to link up my groups, and it just wasn't going to get any better. Unless I could get a kill of his, which was possible, but the way he played it was pretty good and really kind of cut me to pieces. So anyway, short one for today. We'll wrap it up right there, and we'll see you in the next one. So thanks for watching. Let's go.